my girl.
Алоха, ребятки, это канал Сирена Гейм, и мы с вами продолжаем прохождение вампира Masquerade Swansong. В прошлый раз мы с вами посмотрели какие-то воспоминания, и нам наша черта, которая была амнезия, сказала до свидания. Но среди всего прочего квест на «Верните потерянные воспоминания» так и висит, поэтому я хотела бы сейчас спуститься на первый этаж и снова проштудировать эти вот места, в которых мы вообще уже пробежали. И помимо этого всего, есть у нас некий отвар. Может, он нам, конечно, поможет. Надо прочитать вообще, для чего он нужен. Среди всего прочего. Также мне надо ее накормить, а то она пиздец у меня голодная. Так, давайте-ка. Отвары. Мы тогда тремерский отвар нашли, но мы их выпили, потому что голодные были. Там, вот, увидим кровь, есть план на любой случай. Часто в их артефактах есть некоторый запас крови. То ли 4 очка голода. Но у нас вон 11 очков голода теперь, потому что каждое перемещение, которое новое, оно 3 очка отнимало. Так, и также мы нашли зелье Тремор. Неизвестно, сколько лет ушло у колдунов Тремор на разработку этих фильтров, иногда они могут усилить дар вампира до конца ночи. Похоже, эксперименты клана Тремор над Вито увенчались успехом, и им чувствуется, что стало намного более ловкой и стремительной. Давайте посмотрим, для чего это. Может, увидим. Потому что я более чем уверена, что игра сделает подлянку, если мы сейчас не выполним этот квест, не найдем все ее воспоминания. Блин, ну я крыс. Итак, стремительность, быстрота. Быстрота доступна в состоянии стремительности, а также в ситуации, когда можно замедлить время. Замедлить время! Для активации быстроты нажмите на кнопку. Замедлите мир не влияет на показатели голода. Мир возвращается к нормальной скорости, когда вы покидаете ситуацию или выключаете стремительность. Сука! И да, мы с вами выделили рычаги, которые опускают решетки. Давайте попробуем сейчас опустить одну из решеток. И так, контрол. Побежали. Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй. Успела. Игра, блин, я тебя ненавижу за это. Ой, у нас тут все открылось. Вот так, этого чумака мы выпили, мы сюда могли переместиться, так что пусть живет. Там были еще живые, сейчас найдем. А, отсюда мы сбежали. Игра не просто так тут начинает выебываться. Так, крыс я жрать не хочу. 100% там какая-нибудь хрень будет. Во, ты. Иди сюда. Голод можно утолить до 7. То есть надо будет еще кого-то найти. Но тут есть. Главное ее не убить. Нормально. Должна же быть в норме. Да, жива цела. У тебя что-нибудь тут есть? Ой, больше у тебя ничего нету, тут только ты. Пойдем, посмотрим, что еще есть. Еще одно воспоминание. Какой-то клубный, походу. Ава. Что ж ты не бегаешь-то здесь?
Come on, don't just stand there. Come with me.
Please, Jay, I'm really not in the mood for
это
this.
с Жорни.
I know. But you're not gonna let her spoil our evening, are you? Come on, I'm not gonna dance all by myself.
You can be such a pain in the ass. Jay, you really had a way with words, didn't you? What would I do without you?
Ну, разнообразие среди всех воспоминаний. Стоит тебя пить или
How
не
long have I
стоит?
been here? Hours?
Давай, доутолим голод. Там 3 еще осталось. Так, ну квест еще не выполнен, то есть у нас еще есть местечко, в котором тоже есть воспоминания. Но среди всех воспоминаний, где Хильда, здесь воспоминания с Джорни. Это так, мы туда бегали, там все, там мы собрали. Но с Хильдой ее очень многое связывает. То есть там, ну, Хильда является ее сиром. Она даровала ММ становление, и очень много-много-много всяких моментов их связывает. И Хильда до сих пор любит ММ, но что-то мне подсказывает, что там такой шкурный интерес у нее, у Хильды. Ну, посмотрим. Игра любит нас подъебнуть. Я ведь так бы и могла убежать, если бы не догадалась про тремор. Так, давай. И вот это давай так. Оп, побежали. Здесь у нас человек и все.
I could just let myself fall. Nora did. Nora forgotten.
Они что, всяких наркоманов здесь собирают? И просто людей, которым некуда идти? Так. Радио. Так, ищем дверь. Вот больше раздражает, что здесь нельзя бегать. Интересно, что за этой дверью, конечно, спрятано. Но раз так много замков, туда соваться, наверное, не стоит. Так, а здесь мы уже бегаем.
Ici Radio Nationale France. Mesdames,
Посмотрим,
messieurs,
послушаем.
le président
Если они
vous
снова с
parle.
Хильдой, видимо, да.
Française, Français, c'est le cœur lourd que je vous annonce avoir demandé à nos adversaires de mettre fin aux hostilités. Non par faiblesse, mais parce que la situation militaire l'imposait. Dès le 13 juin, cette demande d'armistice était inéluctable.
Le table.
Ce renoncement vous
Turn
surprend,
it off,
vous
please.
souvenant.
You were right. They caved in. What do we do now? They won't stop there. If Bordeaux falls...
We'll be long gone by the time Bordeaux falls.
I thought Boston had refused our petition for asylum.
They have, but I've got friends in the London court who could help us.
What friends?
People close to the prince. They're arranging passage for us. It should only be a matter of days now.
We left for London 3 days later. The authorization came just after that. Oh, I hate to admit it, but I don't know what we would have done without the Brits.
Так, где врата Обливиона? О. Ну, обо всем этом я читала, кстати, видосик с кодексом, и как я там его зачитываю, можете найти по ссылочке в описании. Но Ну и в принципе я в одной серии читала же, что ММ из себя представляет, и там было про, и про ее становление, и про Хильду, и вообще про все. Так я не в ту сторону побежала. Просто здесь так немножко более визуально нам показывают, как это выглядело.
Ugh, this place smells like death.
Думаешь?
I hope they don't damage him.
He can't hear me. I want to try. So?
It's unbelievable. I can hear him thinking as if he were conscious.
Oh. Now it's my turn, Vance. I want to try.
All right, hold your horses. Here you go.
You weren't kidding. It's incredible.
I know, right? Just wish it wasn't a one-way link. No matter how hard I try to communicate with him, he can't hear me. Anyway, enough messing around. I've got to prepare him for the next training session with the apprentices.
I hope they don't damage him. I'm not done studying him yet.
Чё за приколы? Что мы взяли? Брошь-тремор. Так, брошь-тремор. Используя тайные ритуалы треморов, чернокнижники зачаровывают ничем не примечательные предметы, чтобы они усиливали способность владельца. Эффекты. Вероятность того, что соперник усилит свой навык, снижается на 25%. В диалоге за 3 победные дисциплины вы утоляете 4 очка голода. В диалоге каждая победная дисциплина повышает показатель подозрения. Нет. Связаться с ним, ну хорошо. Как его...
I wonder how long he's been there.
Ну, короче, человек умер и все. А здесь... Полетели. Везде есть крысы на всякий случай. Надеюсь, это последнее, воспоминание. Мне надоело тут бегать, я хочу дальше идти. И перестать играть в ДЗЕН. Мне хочется уже снова Лешу или Галли.
King won't listen to you.
Why not? He's the prince of this fucking town, isn't he?
He's a Melk. Do you seriously think you can trust him?
So what am I supposed to do? Just close my eyes and forget it happened?
I think you should drop the idea of talking to King about it.
Then who will I tell? He's the only one who could do anything about it.
I know. And I don't think you should tell anyone.
What?
Ma'am, listen to me. I know you want those psychos to pay for what they did to you. But don't confront King head on.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's dangerous. Quentin has been weakened. If you humiliate him like that, he'll jump at the chance to make an example out of you.
But I don't want to humiliate him. I want justice.
They're his men, ma'am. If you accuse them, you'll be undermining his authority. Trust me. Don't tell anyone.
How can you say something like that? After what they did to me.
I'm trying to protect you.
Fuck you.
My love, please.
Leave me alone. Don't touch me.
I just want to protect you. You are...
Stop saying that. They had their way for 3 fucking nights and you want me to just keep it to myself?
Yes! Yes, I want you to keep quiet about it. Stop rushing into things without thinking about them first. Can't you see that's what got you into this mess?
Уф. Хильда,
I
переборщиваешь.
swear to God, shut up! Just shut the fuck up. I'm out of here. I never want to see you again.
Не, ну я ММ понимаю.
I left Boston that same night. Alone. Heartbroken. You were right about King. But I could see no other way. I'm so sorry.
Ну, ММ еще тоже теплые чувства к Хильде.
These visions, they seem so real. And yet I've forgotten them. What's wrong with me? My head.
О! Мы вернули все потерянные воспоминания. Мы молодцы.
Like I'm whole
Так, крыс я
again.
жрать не буду.
I've got to get out of here now.
Вот теперь, да, теперь мы отсюда свалим. И немножечко порассуждать можно. Так, где там был еще один человечек? Высосим ее и пойдем. Теперь можно, кстати, и порассуждать. Ну, ММ была на эмоциях, и слова Хильды о том, что она пытается защитить ММ, они не возымели никакого эффекта, потому что, по сути, она ни хрена не сделала, судя по тому, что думала ММ. Так. Нам 5, да, по-моему, там надо. Пусть будет 6, это выживет, все окей. Хильда, в принципе, она делала все, чтобы они с ММ могли выбраться из разных сложных ситуаций. Но, с другой стороны, как, ММ пытали 3 ночи, мы видели. Я только не поняла, что в нее заливали, но, наверное, что-то очень неприятное. И когда она об этом рассказала Хильде, она, наверное, надеялась, что Хильда пойдет разносить ебальники. Но этого не случилось, что ММ взбесило. И, в принципе, я могу это понять. Эмоционально такой экспрессивный человек. ММ. Так, да, 4-й этаж. Поэтому... Но Хильда до сих пор ММ любит. Это заметно. Даже просто в том, как она пытается все еще ее защищать. А ММ это бесит. Мы в первых сериях, если вы посмотрите, вы увидите, как ММ на нее реагирует. Так, вот выход. Да, пойдем отсюда. У нас невозвратное действие. Опа. Мы вывалились.
My head.
What the shit? Clyde, get Deneb. She got out.
What? How on earth could
No
she?
time for that. Go get him.
Out.
Такая бледная.
I'm out.
Oh, who cares about Deneb? Do you think Iverson gave a shit when she offed all our guys?
Huh? Wait, Iverson. Are you talking about the party? It wasn't us.
And now she's awake. Great.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Don't fall for her act. She came here to destroy us. Don't forget it.
What are they talking about? I'm not here to...
Опаньки, начало конфронтации.
We thought
Две
you were
ошибки
behind the
допустимы.
attack.
Успокойте
We-
магов.
Just can it? You can stop the little dance routine
Всего
already?
4,
It's
да?
not gonna work on us. So spit it out. Why did your bitch of a prince betray us?
Так, ну в принципе усиление противника 10%. Ну давай, защищайся. Мы выиграем, даже без траты очков.
You're gonna start by dialing it down a notch.
You can't talk to me
I could
like...
care less. It's not you I've come to talk to.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Where's your boss?
Here,
Опа, вот и Дэдне Посборн.
Miss Lewis, I presume.
И он знает ММ.
Osborne. At last.
Well, you certainly are resourceful. Few people are able to escape from memory traps without assistance. Though I doubt you were able to escape with your memory unscathed.
What are you trying to tell me?
I do hope for your sake that you have recovered all of your memories. Otherwise, they're gone. The process is more or less irreversible.
Я ж говорила, подлянка какая-то будет. То есть те воспоминания, которые мы бы не вернули, об этом бы ММ забыла напрочь. А 100% в дальнейшем где-нибудь можно будет вот это вот все припомнить кому-нибудь. Ну, той же Хильде.
A threat? I just wanted to talk to you.
And why, pray tell? To explain the reasons for your prince's betrayal?
The prince is
on edge. She thought you might have been behind the attack.
But seeing your reaction, I'm guessing you're not.
You're putting me in a somewhat awkward position. I would like to take you at your word, but that would mean putting what's left of my men in danger. If you're telling the truth, you're going to have to prove it.
Давайте попробуем.
The prince pulled out all the stops to make this alliance happen. I have a hard time understanding why she would order an attack against you.
And why not?
She's been working tediously for years to form a union between us. Boston was Malkavian under Quentin King's rule. Do you remember what that was like?
All too well.
Lady Iverson has been working her ass off, year after brutal year, to bring the city back to normal.
She's been of a singular mind to re-establish bonds with you.
I wasn't aware that this alliance meant so much to her.
You have to believe me, we're not responsible for the attack at the party.
The prince will be relieved to know that you're all safe and sound.
If only that much were true. Many of our brethren were in attendance at that accursed reception.
The prince has sent someone there to find out what happened.
It was a dangerous decision, but it was the only way to get to the bottom of
Это про
this.
Лейшу.
And in the same breath, she sent me here to see if you were safe.
Very well, my dear. I would like to believe that you're not here to finish the job, as they say. However, the idea that your prince sent you to help us. Iverson may be many things, but she is most certainly not sentimental.
You're right. That isn't the only reason I was sent.
Just why are you here, then?
For our alliance.
I know these times are tough, but the prince wants to make sure our agreement still stands.
What agreement?
What do you mean, what agreement? The union you were supposed to celebrate at the party.
Он чё в дурачка-то играет?
What were the particulars?
I'm not sure I understand. You know exactly what it was about. Why are you asking me?
I want to know if I can trust you. Or if you're trying to pull one over on me with your eloquence.
Ну, я и это пытаюсь сделать,
So
чтобы
please continue.
конфронтация закончилась положительно. Так. Увеличиваем и побеждаем.
With all due respect, Mr. Osborne, I'm a little too old for pop quizzes. We both know the broad terms of the Alliance. I wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. Can we just get down to business?
What attitude? Fine. You're right. We've wasted enough time already.
Давайте побыстрее
Let the
заканчивайте.
negotiations begin.
Что, прямо
What
сейчас?
negotiations?
Look around you. This room used to be teeming with devoted kindred. We lost 3/4 of our people. Hartford has taken serious risks. In all regards, risks that are not on par with your prince's commitments. We demand compensation.
I see.
You seem to know the terms of the Alliance like the back of your hand. You're more than qualified to participate in these negotiations.
А разве не Иверсон должна их вести?
With all due respect, I don't think...
Enough small talk. What is your prince willing to give us to salvage this alliance and right the wrongs that she's caused us?
Место в совете херня, денег тоже у них достаточно. Мудрости у меня нет. Давайте район в Бостоне
What if the
предложим.
prince gave you a slice of her city?
That would depend on the
О,
neighborhood.
мы молодцы. Мы
Girl,
побеждаем в
where are you
конфронтации.
going with this? Whichever one you want.
Downtown?
Within reason.
All right. How about Charlestown?
Why not?
Very well. We have a deal. I'll contact our headquarters in Hartford to iron out the details.
Fantastic. Hazel's gonna kill me.
Well then, It looks like we have ourselves an
Получена черта
agreement.
дипломат.
Hartford will remain under Boston's umbrella for now. Iverson will still have to answer for the party. What happened was unacceptable. I will not turn a blind eye.
I understand.
That being said, I applaud your demeanor. The situation wasn't exactly to your advantage.
Thank you, sir.
Very well. I'll contact your prince in the next few days. I think we're done here, unless there's anything else you wanted to talk to me about.
Ну, есть пара моментиков.
I would like to ask you a few questions. If you have a minute, of course.
Of course.
I bumped into a few people during my detention. Humans.
Yes.
Who are they? What are they doing here?
They're the forgotten, the invisible. People who live on the streets.
Ну я была права. Наркоманы,
Junkies,
бездомные,
squatters.
жители
They
улицы.
wander in here by choice or ill fortune. Well, we do need blood, like everyone else.
Seems like your business has been turning for quite some time. Am I right?
Indeed, you're not mistaken. Warlocks have always had a special talent for getting the most out of blood. Call it our trademark. There's always been trafficking, but what your prince is proposing goes much further, combining Dr. Dunham's expertise with the skills of the Tremere clan. The result would be...
Enormous.
Precisely.
Доктор Дэном молквянин же.
You have any rivals in the blood business?
Yes, there are a few. Malkavian spawn in particular. They had the market cornered for a good amount of time, especially in Gwendon King's day. Even though I don't approve of their methods, I must admit that they excel in their art. There are few capable of producing blood so pure.
You mentioned my memory fragments earlier.
Yes.
I don't get it. Why do you target memories? You could have just built a bunch of high-security cells.
Believe me, all cells can be breached, even the strongest ones. But if you rob prisoners of their memories, they lose their very desire to escape.
In theory.
In theory.
Am I the only victim to suffer the effects of your magic?
No, far from it. Anyone who enters the prison is affected.
Including you?
Of course, but we have rituals to counteract its effects.
You led me to believe that the loss of them was... permanent?
Not necessarily. Memory impairment is a side effect of the dimension. How permanent the condition is varies from one person to the next.
That's the kind of thing I wish I'd known going into this.
I can only imagine. But as I told you, you may not have anything to worry about. With any luck, it should all come back to you in time. At least, if it comforts you, I truly hope so.
То есть всех проблем, в принципе, можно было избежать, если бы они с самого начала не кинули ее в это измерение, а просто, блядь, поговорили.
That she certainly is.
Very well, Miss Lewis. Mr. Moses, would you please escort MM out? It would be a shame if she were to get lost again. As for the rest of you, it seems we need to start packing our things. Next stop, Charlestown.
Серьезно, всего можно было избежать вот этого вот этой беготни ебучей. Так, ладно, сводка. Черты. Дипломат. Минус 20 от стоимости следующего улучшения социальных характеристик. Вы встретили Тремора из часовни Хартфорда, вы вернули себе воспоминания, вы убедили Тремора из часовни Хартфорда, бонус резонанса, стремительность. Альтернатива. Вы могли освободить пленника в башне. Какого пленника, блин, я могла освободить? Хуй знает. Ну ладно, главное, что это не неудача, а просто альтернатива. Главное, я выполнила. Квартира принца. 5 сентября 2019 года, 19:00. ММ, Леш и Галеб сообщили принцу о положении дел. Теперь вновь предлагают ей свои услуги. Угу. То есть это не коротенькое дополнение. Хорошо. Но я продолжу негодовать. То есть всего, сука, можно было избежать, если бы Осборн сразу поговорил с ММ. Тогда не было бы этих 25 минут хождений, точнее не 25 минут, сколько там было в предыдущей серии. Часа, блин, хождения по этой ебаной башне. Капец, блин, вампиры не умеют разговаривать. Вам сколько уже сотен лет? Должны были научиться. Галеб, давай посмотрим, что мы можем тебе. Ну давай, это, улучшим тебе запугивание, потому что у нас дохуя мощный. Доминирование. Угу. Доминатор, запугиватель. Сейчас будем играть за Галеба, значит. Я по нему соскучилась. Так,
so the prince wasn't too disappointed?
She didn't express her gratitude at any rate.
With you, she must not be used to failure. The others were pretty surprised, in fact.
Were they?
Some of them think you're not as motivated as you used to be. They think you're tired. They're wrong, aren't they?
Опа. То есть мы сейчас будем писать историю его вот просто ответами. То есть, разумеется, она не должна во мне сомневаться. Ну давай вот так вот ответим.
Doubting me should not become a habit, Fang. I shouldn't have to reassure you.
Unfortunately, I'm not the one who needs to be reassured. You didn't tell me what was in those files you gave the prince.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
To make up your own mind about something, the best way is to go to the source. And apparently, Jason Moore is well informed.
I see. You'll have to be patient, Fang.
Do you think that this setback will be an issue for our plans to...
A favor from the prince wouldn't have hurt. But it's not the be-all, end-all in determining your fate. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I just want to get it over with. Like when you're going into finals.
Even if there's no going back?
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
It is.
Your child, Beryl Underwood, did he have any second thoughts?
Mudila.
I don't want to discuss it.
He's your only child, so I wondered how it
Mudila.
went. Well, could you enlighten me?
Beryl is very different from you. He always has been. I was blind. It won't happen again. Beryl would have begged me to get what he wanted. Your patience reassures me. I'm making the right choice with you.
You seem to really have a problem with him.
Yes, and that's why you must stay away from him.
This separation between you, what caused it?
Don't dig too far into it. You know this is something I don't discuss.
That's too bad.
Так, дисциплина диалога. Дисциплину диалога можно использовать во всех подходящих диалогах. Для использования дисциплины диалога активируйте ее в круговом меню. Но у меня как бы... Да, зачем? Вот и все.
I'm not one to beat around the bush, especially on a matter like this. So either be frank with me, or be silent.
I'm sorry, it's just that it's not easy for me.
I'm listening.
Beryl asked me to come by and see him.
Did you?
I didn't think anything bad could happen. I actually thought that...
You ignored what I told you. Don't ever do that again. What did he want with you?
Nothing in particular. He wanted to get to know me. He told me about Seattle, the Camarilla. He was just being nice, that's all.
Beryl isn't nice. He's dangerous. I'm going to have a word with him.
But...
Wait here.
Пойдем попиздим с Бэрилом. Какого хрена он раздевает свой роток на Сюфэнь? Всем охренел. Так, у тебя какие новости есть? Ты все-таки...
Any news here?
Everyone is stressed out. I've never seen anything like it. They're all talking in hushed voices. They barely dare to look at each other.
People and their moods. I'm not interested in that.
I saw them take one of Jason Moore's bodyguards below. To question him, I imagine. That could be of interest to you. Say, how are things with the girl?
Excuse me.
It's Zhu Feng, right?
She's not a girl.
Things going okay?
The interest certain people have taken in her has given me cause for concern.
Maybe that's something you should talk about with the person in question. Do you think you'll embrace her soon?
As soon as possible, once the prince gives me permission.
You met Fang at MIT, didn't you?
Давай так сделаем.
Yes, I went to see her.
How did that go?
I told her I was the CEO of a company that wanted to take sustainability seriously.
Smart.
She didn't reject the idea. She took it as a challenge. I liked that about her. She did everything she could to bring about a real change in me. She would be an incredible asset for the Kindred.
I've never embraced anyone.
How come?
The story of my life and my unlife. I have no
Перевод,
progeny,
конечно,
mortal
офигенный.
or
Story of
otherwise.
my life — это
By
история
choice.
моей жизни,
Yes.
and my
No.
unlife, и моей не
When
жизни.
things
То есть,
weren't
как
so
бы,
strict, I could have asked, but I didn't
зачем
have anyone in
мудрить
mind.
было?
Not like you and Fang. Now it's too late, as I've clearly been made to understand.
You shouldn't have any
И Бэрил —
regrets,
это
Sylvia.
прямое доказательство.
Sometimes your progeny can be
Вообще,
quite a
о чем думал
disappointment.
Галеб, когда
I've already heard
оборачивал
that.
Бэрила?
From my own parents. Be that as it may, I hope the prince will allow you to do it.
I don't know.
I hope last night isn't weighing on you too heavily.
I'm all right.
The prince won't base her decision on just that. You've already proven your worth, Mr. Bazori.
We'll see about that. I'd better be going.
See you.
Так. Здесь у нас никого нет, мы не голодные. Просто безопасное место. Здесь что-нибудь есть? А?
A message from Caius. Need you downstairs. Urgent issue. Bad timing. I'm going to have to choose. Help Caius or speak with Beryl.
Нет, мы идем говорить с Бэрилом, потому что этот мудильник меня просто выбешивает. Какого хрена он лезет к Галебову дитю будущему? Вообще охренел. Так, где он там находится? Так, ну это выход. Нет, выход мне не нужен. Какой-то из коридоров. Он где-то... А, во, красный коридор. Точно. Бэрил охуевший.
It's locked from the inside.
С Джорданом. Ну ладно.
Mr. Bazori, your child is in his office.
Ну шо, попиздим, сучара? Ты совсем охуел?
You here? How extraordinarily rare. To what do I owe the honor?
Enough, Beryl. Did you
Возьми его за
speak with
яйца.
Feng?
I'm not one to keep an eye on the comings and goings of your retainers.
Did you speak to her?
So much fuss about nothing.
You'd better confess.
Are you threatening me? That's beneath you.
Да пошел ты.
You're not an authority on dignity.
Вот именно.
I ran into her recently, it's true, but we hardly said a word to one
Пиздит,
another.
как дышит.
Stop it right now. I know you saw Fang. Right here. I already told you not to speak to her again.
Come again?
Don't try to deny it. You spoke to her.
Fine. She came here. I don't see what the problem is.
What exactly is driving you?
Unlike you, I don't try to control the lives of those around me. Fang still enjoys a certain degree of freedom, doesn't she? To choose whom she sees. We ran into each other by accident, and we didn't speak for long.
Ну, ни в психологии, ни в убеждениях я его победить не смогу. Я могу проявить железный кулак. Ну, давай вот это вот используем, посмотрим.
I spoke with her.
А то он всё
She told me that you
отнекивается.
summoned her.
Summoned? Please be serious. I don't summon people.
No, that's not your style.
I did ask her to stop by. There was no
Вот,
obligation.
теперь просто попросил ее
None
заглянуть. То
whatsoever.
есть не пересеклись
And I
просто.
don't think she regretted our
Сучёныш.
meeting at all. I really don't see the harm in it.
It's not your business to understand.
I'd really like to, though. I just wanted to give her some advice. To help guide her through this brave, dangerous new world. When it comes to that, I don't think you're doing enough. Am I mistaken?
You needn't worry. She's been introduced to everyone. I don't intend to leave her defenseless among the drooling predators skulking in the corners. And she might just surprise you.
I'm sure she will.
She's worth far more than your estimations.
Is she worth more than me?
Да.
Are you sure you want an answer to that?
All right, all right. I never took you for the fatherly sort. But I guess anyone at any age is vulnerable to the winds of change. Your concern for Fang is to your credit. It really is. However, I can't help making comparisons with my own past experiences.
You shouldn't.
It was long ago, I admit. But I'm still your only child.
You're jealous.
I'm not jealous. Although I do regret the unfortunate turn our relationship has taken.
Ты разочаровывающий. Не буду пытаться, давай защищаться не
I'm
буду.
worried about Fang, honestly. You would worry too if you were in my shoes. I just want to make sure she doesn't go through the same thing I did. The crushing weight of disappointment, the distance, the disdain.
Beryl, I'm sorry.
Это было намеренно, все нормально.
made a
Я бы не
mistake
вывезла
with you.
защиту, то он бы в любом
Mistake?
случае уделал меня. И
What,
так, и
pray
так.
tell, did you ever do to make things go awry?
У него еще и
You
усиление
dropped me
навыка.
in a hornet's
Ну,
nest
нахер.
and left me to dodge the stings. I've been nothing but alone from the very start. You gave up, Caleb. And did you ever once consider fixing your mistake?
That's why I'm doing things differently with Fang. I don't want to make the same mistake again.
Ah, such eloquence, which never ceases to surprise me. You've always wielded words with such deadly skill. But there is one small detail
Собака,
it seems you
на
have
место
forgotten.
сядь.
You won't be there for her much longer.
Это что еще за
What?
намеки? Ты
Think
охуел?
about it. You're the oldest person in this city now. It gnaws at you like it does all the elders. You can
Да ты
feel
не
it
сильно
inside
младше
you, and it
Галиба. Тебя тоже не мучит зов.
How long do you think it will be before you leave too?
Нет, он совсем охуел. Да мы его уделаем даже в этом случае.
You feel the beckoning too.
Вот
You're not
именно.
much younger than I am. But you're far weaker. I'll be able to resist as long as it takes to finish my work here. But will you?
I don't know.
That's the difference between you and I don't doubt I
В
will
общем,
stay.
запугивание самое лучшее,
If
что
I
можно
understand you right,
использовать
and
против
I think I
Андервуда.
do, we're of the same mind. With a few minor differences.
Is that so?
We both want what's best for Fang. So then why can't I see her?
Ну что, пошел нахуй.
It's quite simple. Either you do what I say, or I'll take more radical measures.
There's no need for that. I'm sure we can find common ground.
You don't come near Fang again, and I won't tear you limb from limb.
I was thinking of something a little more...
It's not negotiable.
I see.
Он сыкунишка на самом деле.
You'd better.
I just wanted to make sure she knew what she was doing here. I didn't think you'd react like this.
You didn't think I'd find out.
Don't turn this into a witch trial. If I've acted badly, it was with good intentions. But I've heard your message loud and clear. I'll bear it in mind.
Победа в
Just keep your
конфронтации. Это было
distance, and
потненько.
everything will be fine.
Yes, you've made yourself very clear.
One more thing. A little bird told me about your operations in South America.
My dear sire, for someone I thought had no interest in business, you're remarkably well informed.
Nothing can stay hidden from the court forever.
Where's the harm in it?
Your actions have consequences for the Camarilla that you haven't considered. You could endanger the Masquerade. Don't you think you should speak to the prince about it?
I don't see how my personal business concerns her. She's already having enough trouble getting us out of this mess she's dragged us into.
You hold her responsible for this?
She's in charge, isn't she? She hosted the party. It's only natural to hold her accountable, isn't it?
If the court were to hear what you just said...
Ha! Do you really think I'm the only one who thinks this? You'd best be going.
I wasn't planning on staying. Be sure of that.
It's been a pleasure. Please excuse me if I don't see you out.
Сучёныша. Меня прям передергивает сообщение с ним. Фу, нахуй.
I hope he understood this time. He won't get another warning.
Caleb.
Ну, тут как бы выбор был. Или
Too late to go see him. Hazel is probably ready to see me now. I won't make her
хочу
wait.
сначала со всеми попиздеть. Хильда, давай с тобой
The
попиздим.
soldier is on furlough.
Not for long, I'm afraid. The prince will undoubtedly have some new task for me.
At least she trusts you. She hardly speaks to her primogen. Even Beryl is in the dark.
He's not used to that. It'll be good for him. I heard you were doing business with him.
It's something to do with the Rosemont Society, my foundation. Why?
Ну, давайте 88% успех как. О, нормалек.
Now is not the time to be hiding things, given the circumstances. If the prince were to hear about shady business dealings, heads would roll.
She wouldn't take someone's head over so little. We're taking advantage of a springboard for young artists in order to improve our profits.
In other words, you're rigging a competition to make money.
Bravo. You know how
Вон
to read
клеймо,
between the
она
lines.
шарфиком его
I
закрывает.
call it like I see it.
Coming from you. All I can tell you is that Beryl's really the one who is in charge of it. Are you still not talking?
You could say that.
Any regrets?
I don't see why I would have any regrets.
That's no surprise. Personally, I find that giving a child so much power is dangerous. The problem is that you have to watch them all
So
the
much
time.
power.
Otherwise, they end up making a mess of things.
But trying to influence them is pointless.
You must be subtle about it. That's all. I give Mem just enough freedom so that she doesn't completely hate me.
Она тебя уже
But I
ненавидит.
know exactly how to make her do whatever I want.
Вот!
Do
Вот
you
что я
really think
говорила.
you'll have
Шкурный
time to embrace
интерес.
Fang?
What do you mean?
Well, with all the elders gone, who knows who'll be next?
That's not something I'm willing to discuss with you.
Suit yourself.
No, excuse me, I have to go.
Of course.
Капец, блин. А что у тебя вообще есть в... Магнитный ключ, вите и всякие штуки. А, ну мы тут прошли. Давай, там кто-то еще стоит.
There's no point in insisting.
The prince didn't ask you for your opinion.
Hazel can't just ignore me and then call me in like this. Now get out of here before I make your blood boil.
Mr. Siaka, you're taking a big risk.
Goodbye.
Asshole. Sorry, I don't really have time for this.
Ладно, ребятки, давайте на этом закончим. В следующей серии я поговорю с остальными, схожу к принцу, и мы продолжим выполнять ее задания. А вас я попрошу подписаться на мой канал, поставить лайк, откомментировать и смотреть остальные видео. Так что всем добро пожаловать и пока-пока.